Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today I've got a box obviously, and it's going to be once again some retro figures. I mean, we seem to be getting a lot of retro figures at the moment, which is nice. I like retro figures. It would be nice to have something else, but we're going to open another set of retro figure, which is from our friends at Hasbro. Yes, it's Hasbro. So basically, you know that Hasbro is doing lots of retro figures now. They're doing their Marvel one, they're doing their Star Wars one. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do other of their brands as well. But and basically, this is going to be Star Wars. We're going to talk about Star Wars. They've done some retro figures, you know, that are the new version, I would say, of the original 79 figures that were released in the 70s and early 80s, and those have been doing very well. So they did Star Wars, New Hope, they did The Empire Strikes Back. There's supposed to be another Empire Strikes Back one. Actually, there's some bounty hunters. I think there's a 2-pack coming up, and there's been some figures that were new because they had never been done before, that were included in some games like Grand Moff Tarkin, and I think there was also a Luke pilot from The Empire Strikes Back. And then they started going a bit crazy and they did the Mandalorian, a complete wave of Mandalorian figures done as retro, including an extra one which was a stormtrooper that was only available in the Mandalorian Monopoly game. So they've been doing quite a few of them, and surprise, they're doing a second wave of Mandalorian figures. I mean, really? I mean, I'm not complaining. I think they're really fun, and it's one of those things that I try to keep in package because I think they're quite fun with the package. I mean, it's parts of the charm of the retro Star Wars figure. Knowing me, one of those days I'm going to be in front of a pile of those Star Wars figures. I'm going to just take them out of the pack. God, I can't talk today. But anyway, without any further ado, let's see those six new figures from the Mandalorian, which are done in the retro style. Well, you know what the retro figures are for Star Wars. So you do have the back, which has nothing much interesting. I wish they would do the count of all the figures and everything, like a checklist, but they don't do that anymore. And here you go. The first one of wave 2 of the Mandalorian is the Armorer. So that lovely lady Mandalorian that builds stuff, and so that's actually a very cool figure. And she does have her tool. She does have a big hammer and some prong thing. I don't know what to call them. So really cool. Once again, you do have the big retro collection sticker that you can remove if you don't want to see it, because I mean, let's face it, that sticker is quite ugly. So that's the first one. It seems that the only downside, about those is I find that the backing board is quite flimsy. However, it looks that those are slightly better than in previous series. I mean, I'm not quite sure, but they don't feel as flimsy as the previous one. It's still a bit flimsy. It's not as thick as the original figures were, but it's still pretty nice. So here you go, the Mandalorian. You've got the Armorer, and then the second one is the Imperial Death Trooper with his big gun, and you will notice immediately that easy, yes, I've moved it slightly up, but it is actually taller, like the Death Trooper. The Death Troopers are in the series. So that's actually a very cool one, and that's the second of the set. Then we do have a very obvious choice, which is Bo-Katan, with her 2 guns, and I think no, you sadly you can't put the guns in holsters now. It would have been not a very retro thing to do, but you could always have a look. So here you go, that's Bo-Katan, and she looks fantastic. And who do we have? Well, we do have the Mandalorian, and this new version of the Mandalorian is with his Beskar armor, and so we've got the two guns, and he's got his little cape as well. You can see the little cape. So that's a new version. And then the last one, which is probably going to be another of the very popular one, is the new Boba Fett, which is called Boba Fett from Morak. So it's the new Boba Fett outfit, and it's got his guns and stuff. So that's actually pretty cool. So new wave of 6 figures, and they're just out. So Boba Fett, Mandalorian Beskar armor, Bo-Katan, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure there was 6 of them. I'm forgetting. Did I forget one? Oh yes, I forgot. Oh, I forgot the most important one. I can't believe I forgot. I forgot Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, because I mean, we all want Ahsoka Tano, and she does have, of course, her 2 lightsabers. So sorry about that. It's suddenly I was thinking, God, there's only 5. I'm sure there were 6 in the wave. So Ahsoka Tano and Boba Fett and the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, the Imperial Death Trooper, and the Armorer. So that's basically a new wave, and I find it's very interesting that they're doing a second wave of the Mandalorian, because I certainly didn't expect that. It probably indicates that the retro line is doing very well if they are doing a second wave of Mandalorian figures, and it really bodes well for the rest of the retro line. I mean, I'm told that they announced like last week that they were doing a 6-pack of the original 6 that they had already released a few years ago, because I think they completely sold out, and so they re-released them, but in a box, as a box set. They will still be carded, but they will be in a box. So that's actually quite a fun. So the Hasbro seems to be actually taking very seriously that retro fashion for action figures, and I for one, I'm very happy with that. So here you go. Those are just out. I think they're available, of course, in the US, but they're available in the UK and probably in other countries, because usually Hasbro releases them about at the same time in all countries. So here you go. Enjoy those if you want to get them. I definitely recommend them, and I will speak to you again soon for another unboxing. Bye.